I feel like we've done this before. I feel like we've done this before. Reboot from Asteroid G. You're listening to Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein. With me, as always, is my Prince Charming.
Prince Charming. You stole what I was going to say without even saying it. I don't know what to do now. I guess my name's Josh still. I don't know.
Your whole kingdom is ruined.
Evil Queen Bee.
And familiar Bex.
You're just the familiar? Oh.
She's my familiar.
Like animal sidekicks.
Wow. Today we are going to be rebooting a Disney princess. Although I know Queen Bee specifically is looking forward to us rebooting Snow White, and she is on the table if you so want to do so. I figured we'd open it up to the various Disney princesses and see if there were any additional ideas. So, reboot anyone, reboot a bunch of them, reboot however many of you, create an entire new Disney princess cinematic universe if you so choose. What would you do to reboot a Disney princess?
I think we need to clarify here, because now that you've opened it up, and since Disney has purchased a whole bunch of
Disney princesses, do not
I understand that. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Josh.
Princess Leia, for the sake of this discussion, may be owned by Disney, but is not a Disney princess. The Alien Queen is owned by Disney, but is not a Disney princess. Also not a princess, she is a queen. And treat her royalty with respect.
That's right.
So, yes.
Yeah, I assume we were just keeping it with, like, animated non-Pixar movies,
you could
right?
probably make a case for whatever her name was from Enchanted, where she was, like, animated for a little bit and then live action the rest of that, because it was Disney spoofing its own Disney princesses, so whatever her name was. But for the most part, no, we are sticking straight to the normal Disney princesses. And Merida.
Just throw Merida in there.
Disney counts her in the group of quote-unquote Disney princesses, so she's in the group. So, what would you guys like to do to reboot a Disney princess? And I know, B, you were already thinking about wanting to reboot Snow White. Did you want to go first?
Well, sure. It's the classic trope of, princess whose dad marries a stepmother kind of situation. But I always like the idea, and I've seen this kind of meme-ish thing on Facebook. I would really like to boot Snow White as a vampire, because I think that would be amazing. I mean, just think of it. I mean, she has pale white skin, dark hair. She has all these men who are kind of thrilled to her, regardless of what type of man they are, dwarves or princes. He comes and wakes her up. Come on. After being asleep and dead? I don't think so. Come on. She's definitely a vampire. Anyway, I think if somebody actually did an entire story about Snow White as a vampire and how she was turned by eating the apple, maybe that's a different way to become a vampire. I think that would be amazing. So
vampires can't traditionally eat food. So if she gets food in her system, it could send her into torpor or something. Maybe you just Heimlicked her.
Exactly. There you go. That would be great. And it's one of those things. I mean, you could have, put a fairly colorful cast in there. I mean, they've kind of rebooted Snow White a few times into live action. I haven't really liked any of the live action movies. I think they're all kind of crap. But if we were to reanimate it, maybe even do it in an anime style for Snow White being a vampire, I think that would be really cool.
I mean, you could certainly get away with doing a Daughter of Dracula style Universal Monsters thing, and then just include allusions to the fact that she's Snow White, certainly, without even maybe having to spell that out. Playing fairy tales into monster movies and back and forth is a thing. I mean, what was there, Riding Hood or whatever her name was, Red Hood. That one from like Amanda Seyfried from just a little while back was kind of that sort of thing as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. There are possibilities to be had there.
There really are. Well, a lot of people said Sleeping Beauty could have been a vampire as well because she got woken up with a kiss. And what is all this kissing for, man?
Consent, people.
We need to have a princess or a royalty movie where they're not always kissed by a man, but maybe by a woman, kind of situation going on. But still needs consent.
I kind of did that in my webcomic.
You did?
Yeah. The princess gets saved not by a guy, but by a woman who then gets really confused because the princess is like, the person that saves me is my bride to be, and what? Yeah. We are now life mates. I did not agree to that. The consent has gone in the other direction.
Right?
I mean, and that's the thing. If the prince was just there looking for a little touch, and then suddenly this girl's all clingy, he's like, "Whoa, now this escalated real fast."
Exactly.
Can we just get like a flat downtown? Try living together for a few months before you commit. Can we? I'm getting some real creepy vibes off of you, Snow White. I'm just saying.
So, Josh, what princess would you want to reboot?
Honestly, you kind of already mentioned it, but Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she spends 98% of the movie just asleep.
If you want to see the original animated one, not Maleficent, she has a slightly larger role, but she's still kind of passive to her own story. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, which is cool that the Maleficent story kind of, she's a central character in my opinion of those movies, but I don't know. I just feel like in 2021, Sleeping Beauty's kind of cringy. Yeah, and boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same with Cinderella. Like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Snow White kind of all have like the same damsel in distress, man can save me type thing,
Well, it's the first three Disney movies that they did that were princess movies, so they all kind of have the same tropes and stereotypes. And God, it wasn't until was like Little Mermaid actually the fourth. Like, it really wasn't until then when the princess became a slightly more active role. Even then, the princess to save her, but Eric, I think. But yeah, like she doesn't really start becoming much more active until the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know. I would also kind of like to see something more 2021. So maybe have Sleeping Beauty be a dude. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's like, how do the guys like it when some weirdo comes out of the woods and gives them a kiss to wake them up?
Yeah.
I just like being woken up.
I just feel like, I kind of want to see something where just the woman takes the kind of, I guess, traditional man role and have the man just kind of be like a sniveling, like, I don't want to say wuss, but just like a helpless person.
Rapunzel kind of did that, the Tangled film?
Kind of, but he still served a purpose, though. Like, he was still able to control and do things himself.
He wasn't completely helpless.
Yeah.
So.
I said kind of.
But by the way, Enchanted's princess is Giselle.
Thank you. There we go. She doesn't count, but I think we count her anyway. Not that I think any of us is going to do much with her, but still.
They're making a number 2, so.
They've been making a number 2 for 10 years now. Disenchanted is probably never going to happen.
It was announced a few weeks ago.
They announced it 10 years ago.
Well, they re-announced it 2 weeks ago.
We will see if that happens, okay? Bex, what do you got for us?
Let's see. And then there's no one. No, honestly, like, okay, my favorite movie from way back in the day, or my first favorite Disney movie was Little Mermaid.
Uh-huh.
But my reboot kind of want to applies to more than just one, to where, and I know some of the movies have this, but not very many. But I want the Disney princesses to have like both parents there and supportive and functional, like, and then to see if their actions would take a different course than, oh, my mother's dead, or I don't have any parents, or yeah, I don't know. It's just like, why can't they have both parents? Like Sleeping Beauty does, but still.
I mean, Tangled she does, but she doesn't get to meet them until she's already grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's, oh my god, there's so many ramifications of that. But still, it's just like the I don't know, the trauma. Like, okay, with the Little Mermaid, if her mother had been there, if maybe she wouldn't have felt the need to completely forego a part of herself in order to chase after this dude. Like, have her take a stance of, you know what? Maybe he should put in some effort too.
It's a fair point to raise, though. Whatever happened to her mother? Did we ever find out? Did she just go swimming off to the nearby reef for some smokes and disappeared for 16 years? Like,
God, I don't know.
She was eaten by the princess family at least 3 decades back.
Oh, shit.
Some good eating on them mermaids, okay? Let me tell you. That chef was not discerning. He would cook anything.
It's the French. That's why I don't like the French.
Or she died in birth to giving Ariel, whatever.
Well, she just sprayed some eggs on the seabed and then swam off. Come on.
That was a really big egg. But yeah, like, I don't know.
Really awkward.
Yeah, I don't know if they
She
touched
wanted
that.
legs too.
Yeah, I don't know if they touched on the whole mother thing in any of the sequel Little Mermaids. Like, not Little Mermaid 2, I don't think, but there's like Little Mermaid Ariel's Story, which is like the prequel.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen. I probably should at some point.
It's based on the cartoon show, I think. It's like 3 of the episodes from that stitched together or something.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, jeez. Fuck that.
Oh, they actually have answered this question. Find any answer. Unfortunately, she has died as a result of a run-in with a big pirate ship when Ariel was very young, fueling Triton's hatred of humans as a result.
Boo.
Yeah, it was in number 3.
That sounds like a retcon. Boo to that.
And then she was eaten.
By the princess family.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at the meat we got on this thing. Aren't you interested? Yeah. Small trash to gold. Wow. That went to a dark place.
Okay, so we have Snow White, we have Sleeping Beauty, we have Little Mermaid. Michael, what would you like to?
I think instead of doing any just one, because, I like my weird ideas, instead we go with a kind of a group reboot, and we do something like Charlie's Princesses. So they're each like their own kind of action star, and they like have to band together to save threats to their united like colony of kingdoms or whatever. So you got like Snow White, that's the poisons expert, and there's Rapunzel who's good at like scaling walls and like repelling into any situation. So things like that, Little Mermaid's their aquatic expert, and yeah, they just get like a team of princesses together. You do work at like trios, almost like Justice League Unlimited in that regard, and they'll go in and they'll take a situation. So you have like Ursula's threatening the coast of Arendelle, and then suddenly like Elsa calls in. Who'd be good for that? Sleeping Beauty, who has like expertise and knowledge of like how to navigate the reefs because she reads everything. She's their scholar, and then like Little Mermaid comes in because she's the aquatic expert, and the 3 of them go off on an adventure to try and take out Ursula and stop whatever it is that she's doing. Yeah,
love it.
I like it.
Get
I
Aaron
like it.
Spelling to fund this thing. I think that could work really well. It'd be cheesy, but then what isn't at this point?
Right?
That's true. At least it's a different idea. So
I mean, you saw the princesses band together and fight with all their weird, like, quote-unquote powers at the end of the second Wreck-It Ralph movie, which was otherwise awful. Just one big commercial for Disney that really didn't carry the thread of the original movie at all. But yeah, there's potential to be had for the princesses, not as just, damsels in distress or people to be saved, passive characters of their own story, but why not make them the active participants who go looking for trouble and then solve the situation on their own, and their princes are at home raising the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the alien queen shows up and they have to kill her.
Perfect.
I mean, Disney owns the property. Seems fair at that point. That's how you do this like with Star Trek: The Next Generation. Season 1 climax that leads into Season 2 is a 2-part cliffhanger where the Xenomorph Queen's ship crashes down in the middle of, like, Agrabah. And then they all have to band together to fight the threat that stretches over into the next episode. And by the end of it, they've sent them packing with the help of, like, a predator. I don't know. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? And Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up. Because this has just gotten really ridiculous at this point.
It'd be a bestseller, Mike.
I'm sure people would line up to watch this. It'd be fantastic. Or you just, have Snow White just, like, battle back against her evil step queen and become the next evil witch of the land. I guess there's that too. It's not as
Yes.
I guess it'd be fun. I don't know if it's as interesting though. Maybe instead of Beauty and the Beast, Beauty is the Beast. Ooh.
Ooh.
Like have her change into a
Yeah. Do the Josh thing. It's the lady who's the prince, and so she's the one who like has to like learn love and all of that, and then she just realizes she has a giant library of books and never leaves her castle and was perfectly happy and lives happily ever after.
Yeah, there's no plot there, Mike. That's like a 5-minute commercial.
And she's happy, okay? She doesn't need a man.
Nobody is happy. That's the whole point.
She doesn't need a man to be herself, okay?
I think the whole point is that nobody's happy, not even if you're a princess. You have to go through life's hardships in order to find happiness.
Or just
but there
have
is
a
no
giant
such thing.
library. I mean, come on. I mean,
just find a giant library.
think about that. That actually, for that Charlie's Princesses idea, though, she's the scholar, but she could also be the muscle because she could have researched what caused the beast to become the beast. And then she could create a vial of that potion, and then she drinks it, and for like almost like Hour Man, for 1 hour she's a hulking beast. Come on.
I'm with you.
I feel like I've lost the rest of the group on this, though.
No. I think Josh. What do you think of
Stunned by my brilliance.
Disney's Angels?
Absolutely stunned. I don't have anything to add to it. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Because if you did that, you could also do kind of like a Mission Impossible thing with princesses too.
You could, yeah.
Like, there's a
like
whole genre there.
Yeah,
there's a whole genre there.
And then you do like a 3 Men a Baby style Fuller House at home with just the princes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, does anybody here other than me know all the princes' names?
If I think about it, I might be able to.
I mean, I know one. There's Aladdin. Although technically, he's Prince Ali for most of that first movie.
That's true.
Wondrous,
but his true name isn't Aladdin.
Yeah.
And then you have
Eric.
Well, I did
Flynn.
Charming.
Yeah,
Other
Flynn.
charming.
Flynn's not actually a prince. He's probably
He will be once he marries her.
Well,
He's probably princess's consort. That's fair.
Yes,
Yeah.
he would be the princess's consort. Correct.
Yep.
He will never be king either, because
Okay, now that depends on how the kingdom handles its hereditary and title lines. Because if they don't have it ensured that it follows the queen when she becomes the queen and could pass to the king by marriage, like some kingdoms do, he could technically become prince and then king and steal the title from her. Just saying, it's there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh. Which country uses that logic?
Most of the stupid ones back in the day. They changed that after a while because they realized that was dumb. Yeah. I mean, Britain didn't do it the second they got, like, certainly for Elizabeth II, but before then, because they're like, yeah, no, you shouldn't be king. No. You're from, like, Germany and inbred, and we already have our own inbred line here. Let's not. You just stand over there and be pretty. Just walk behind her. I mean, that's the other thing. We never really get to see the princesses when they're, like, serving as royalty. The closest we get is, like, Elsa in the second Frozen, and then she totally just abdicates her throne 5 minutes into the film. So, like, just adventures of them actually having to deal with the fact that, oh my god, now I'm a princess. What the hell does that mean?
What does it mean, Josh?
I don't know.
Like, that's just the boring stuff, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
I would be interested in, like, a West Wing style political show where it's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. The Seven Dwarves are like her communications expert and running the publicity side of things, having to deal with policy papers, negotiating, getting things through the House of Commons. Like, come on. There's some political, like, vibes to be had there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
think it'd
this.
be better if it was like a socialist commune type thing, because they already live in one.
I mean,
True.
some of them do.
Like,
Jock is always pushing to try and bring more communism into the kingdom.
Exactly, yeah. And Dopey, obviously is a medical experiment gone wrong.
Dopey is her vice chancellor.
Yeah. Grumpy would be like the chief torturer, like in charge of the gulag.
I get West Wing vibes off of him. I think he's the Toby there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Grumpy is totally the Toby. In charge of all their media. Wow. Okay, B. There is the Snow White. There is a Snow White reboot you were looking for.
I like that one too. That's good. I think there's definitely possibilities there instead of doing the basic trope of damsel in distress. So
no.
I like that.
You already set up the damsel part. Now she's actually like having to co-rule a kingdom with the prince, especially if his parents die, so he's king, and then he has to go deal with like the Crusades or something. So he's off in another kingdom, leaving running of the whole country to her and her dwarves.
Well, it's not only her country, because he's a prince on his own. So, because he is Prince Charming, why they would ever name him Charming seems so wrong. But anyway, he has his own kingdom. So let's say his parents die, he becomes king. Her father has died, so she's officially queen. So that's two kingdoms right there.
That's a merged kingdom right there. Those kingdoms have been united. Yeah. Assuming they share a common border, that's one landmass she has to rule on her own now.
Well, you have to kind of assume that their borders are probably at least near one of each other, because he's not going to ride a horse that far just to kiss a girl, really?
I mean, she is said to be fairest in the land, and if he was hard up finding anyone who wasn't, like, buck-toothed and, like, inbred, maybe that was the quest he was sent on. Go ride that way for a week and see if you can find some lady that's, halfway fuckable. Go.
Right? Okay, yeah. We need to see the pre-stories of all of these stories. That would be another reboot, right?
I want Charming's Adventure, a very charming movie, right there.
Just leading up to the part where he meets her. That's it.
But if you do a very charming movie, you then have to do the inevitable sequel, an extremely charming movie. I mean, that's just right there. Yeah, totally. Okay.
And then you have Prince Philip, you have Prince Eric. Prince Philip is Aurora's prince. You have Prince Eric, who is the mermaid's prince.
Yep.
Prince Adam.
Prince Adam, who is Beauty's prince.
Oh, I thought you were just making up names there, Josh.
No, I know all of them. I have 2 daughters, sir.
See, I knew he knew all the names of the princes.
Then you have Prince T'Challa and
You have Prince Naveen. Don't forget him from Princess and the Frog.
And the Frog.
Wow, you're
Very
right.
true.
He was an actual prince too. She's
Yep.
the usurper at the throne right there.
Yeah, she's the Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
you
have,
get it, girl.
and technically Simba. You got Simba.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a
I
prince.
agree. I did make the Simba
Robin
joke
Hood?
earlier, yeah.
Robin
Okay,
Hood
well,
got
that-
married at the end.
Oh, Maid Marian is still she's not a princess, she's still a maid because Robin wasn't.
That's right, yes, she is.
He's just a noble.
Yeah.
he's
He's just some baron who, like, no one can get rid of. He just randomly shows up with a bow and arrow and buckles some swashes and then, like, swings out a window.
Yeah, but if you want, that would be Prince John would be the prince who is in that kingdom.
Yeah, you're
See,
right.
she could marry him.
She
Who wouldn't?
could,
Yeah.
Oh, that is man.
but
Like, I want more Disney princes like Prince John from Robin Hood.
There you go. Assholes that we have to deal with.
But he's such a baby, and he's like a scaredy cat. Oh,
He's
you got
so
Milo.
baby.
He's technically a prince, right?
Is he?
No,
Who's
he's
technically a
he would be a
prince?
king consort because she became queen when they got married.
oh wait, who are we talking about?
Atlantis?
Milo from Atlantis.
Wow, I knew that one.
Oh well, she actually no, because she's not really princess. She's a chief.
Yeah, so
I mean, but
well,
see, that's the
she was
thing.
the queen
They
at the end,
count
though, right?
Pocahontas as a Disney princess, and all she is the daughter of a chieftain.
Yeah,
Right. So she's
Yeah.
not officially a princess either. Although, I mean,
We've had this
I guess
discussion
it's-
before, though, because Mulan isn't even a princess, even though she's counted as one. She's like a general by the end of it. Which is a
yeah.
really weird fit for the movie. Like, I don't know what Disney was thinking there with, like, making her a quote-unquote princess. That's very much a cheat. There's only
yeah,
really, like,
well-
5 of them that actually qualify. Most of them are just prince consorts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah,
Which would actually be what the next one down, which is a duchess.
something like...
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
duchess is it's princess, duchess, baroness.
Yeah, they're given a royal title when they marry
Yeah.
and quote unquote and land, even though they're never
Yes.
really going to use it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Like you're the princess of Ireland. Don't go there.
They'll shoot you on sight.
They will not appreciate what you have to offer, Snow White. I'm just saying.
The Irish really don't like anybody.
Yeah,
We prefer it that way.
they'd probably accept Merida, even though she's Scottish. She's not bad.
And they would probably go, "Oh, it's the Scot again."
That one. We can't understand what you're saying. Enunciate.
Actually, they might be able to understand her.
Maybe. Anyway, okay, we've done a half an hour on this bit. Unless anyone has any other cool hot takes on Snow White, I think we're good to wrap this up.
Cool hot takes on
Cool
Snow White.
hot takes on Snow White.
How about not wait, no, I'm gonna roll up.
Oh,
I'm thinking Snow White. What's the opposite of Snow White? Like
whoa, that just got racist.
yeah, I'm like, wait, nope, pull up.
I'm not actually going to fill in the syllables that I thought in my head. I think it's good that we abort this and say this has been Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein.
I'm Coal Black.
Oh,
Ah,
I am still the evil queen bee.
And I'm
I'm
Bex.
horrified over what just happened.
Bex is horrified.
I'm so bad.
I mean, in fairness, they did pair up the two characters in a vaguely unrelated fairy tale. They used the same names, but it was like Snow White and Rose Red.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where's our Rose Red movie?
Well, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Where's our Rose Red movie? That is what I'm going to leave everyone to think about. And we will see you next time.